If you are a healer or a light worker or an otherwise spiritually focused person, and you find yourself in lack consciousness, and lack can mean anything from not having enough money to pay the bills, having debt, or even just not feeling incredibly abundant in your life, then this is for you. I'm Waxéla Sananda. Thank you for joining me today. I just came off of recording a summit interview where I was being interviewed in this interview for Mind Over Money Summit, which is coming out around Thanksgiving. And I loved the conversation. What it did is it really got me present to how many of us as spiritual people, as consciousness and truth seekers, as healers and starseeds and light workers are still operating in lack consciousness, and how this is really, really the time that we get to shift that for our entire species, if we can consider ourselves a species. And I think we are. We are the starseeds, and we don't operate the same way that everyone else does. And that's why you found your way to me and my channel and this transmission today. So I'm going to start by taking you back to a time about probably 20 years ago where I was at a conference, and there was a speaker on the stage. And I remember him getting up on stage and saying, "Money is easy. Money is the easiest thing in the world, you guys. And if you don't believe me, then you are not operating in wealth consciousness. It's the easiest thing." And he went on to explain why money is easy. And I was sitting there listening, thinking, well, easy for him to say he's wealthy, right? Easy for him to say he's already made it financially. He's already got financial freedom. How does that translate to me? And I was, much younger and working a lot. I wasn't impoverished. I wasn't struggling, but I certainly had not broken through through to a new level of wealth consciousness, or the level that I wanted to be at. In fact, I remember at that seminar, it was a T. Harv Eker seminar, but it wasn't T. Harv that got up there and said that. It was one of his presenters. So at the end of that seminar, I signed up for a course, and it was expensive. I think it was, for me at the time, it was outrageous, like $3,500, and I just didn't have that in my account at that time. And so I remember signing up for it, thinking, I have no idea how I'm going to pay for this. And yet I'm going to sign up anyway. And then there was an opportunity down the road to cancel that registration, which I did. So thinking back on that time and the state of mind that I was in a place where I was looking out at the world thinking, everybody else has sort of figured this money thing out. And here I am, and I haven't figured it out yet. And I feel somehow in lack because of that. I had done well enough for myself. I had bought my first house, but I also was moving into a phase where, then you become a homeowner and there are expenses that go with that. And I was looking to increase my wealth without working more hours. And that is another area where we go into lack. And this is something that I was also doing really up until last year, a year ago, where I decided to take a break. I was trading my time for money. I was trading my time for money, and I was working, and I was so productive, and I was constantly working to the extent that a lot of times I wouldn't do the fun stuff. If I had friends going on vacation, or if I had, some plans come up on a weekday that I could have joined in on, I wouldn't go because I had so much to do. And I realized that I was overworking and not enjoying my life enough. And so that had me step in to a period of time, and it's been a year now, where I took a lot of time off. I've taken a lot of time off in the last year, but simultaneously, I found a way to create passive income with the investments that I made. And I've completely replaced my previous income that I was making from working ridiculous hours to barely working at all, a few hours a week, a few hours here and there. Mostly I'm doing whatever I want, but I still have the income. And now guess what? Guess where I'm at? I'm at that place where that man on the stage was decades ago. And I'm the one saying, hey guys, money is easy. Money is easy. But I remember my journey. My journey to get to money is easy was money is hard. Money is difficult. Money is a lot of hours. Takes a lot of time. We got to work, right? And I was raised in a family that really valued work ethic and working hard. And that's great. I'm glad that I learned that. And then I got to recognize, well, I'm working so much that I don't have time to live. And I got to change that and shift that for myself and my lineage going forward, because now my children see me where I am and they saw how I was. And they're like, wow, you're really enjoying your life, Mom. That's great. And you're making money. And my money's now working for me. And that's a shift I made from trading all of my life energy and my time, which is our most valuable resource. We don't get our time back. We could always make more money, but we don't get back the time that we spent on making it. And now I have figured something out. What that required is what I want to talk to you about today. I have done a lot of work in raising my frequency container to be able to hold more wealth. That was not something that happened overnight. That's been a gradual process. And it's also intentional, and it comes with a lot of spiritual and personal work and shadow work and all of those things. And it paid off, because ultimately I got to the point where I realized that it's up to me. My freedom, my time freedom, and my financial freedom is 100% attached to my self-worth, how I value myself, what I believe I'm worth, what I believe my time is worth, and how much freedom I'm willing to give myself, along with standing authentically in my truth and alignment. And I'm talking about myself, but this is true for everybody. So if you're listening, it's true for you as well. You are somewhere on a spectrum of where you are now and where you want to be. And maybe you've already reached where you want to be, and that's wonderful. That's great. You don't have to watch the rest of this video. You have everything you want. Your money's working, your life's working. Great. Go enjoy it. We're always evolving. This is an ongoing process. This isn't a one and done. Oh, I figured it out. I know how to manifest. I'm done. This is always evolving. And my relationship with life and the universe and the divine and money and wealth and myself is always evolving and changing and shifting. I know that there is a conversation in the realm of all of us that are using our God-given gifts, our spiritual gifts, to do healings, to do readings in our purpose to assist other people, to serve other people. And there is this idea out there that we're not supposed to charge for our God-given gifts. Now is really the time that we get to clear that and raise the frequency and raise the energy around spiritual people do get to have wealth. And it is okay. In fact, it's essential that you get equal reward and equal value for the value that you're giving others. It's very important that you are taken care of, that you are not in lack consciousness. Here is a key reason why. if you are working with other people, if you're doing healings, if you're teaching, if you're doing energy work, if you're doing any kind of coaching or transmitting, which is all frequency transmission, you are transmitting frequency to others and serving in that way, and you're in lack in any way, in your financial outlook, in your life, if you have debt that's causing you stress, if you have trouble paying your bills, it's causing you upset or stress, you're in lack consciousness. And that is transferring, because we don't just get to pick and choose. When we're transferring energy to others, whether it's through our words, our actions, our energy work, we are giving of our frequency. And if your frequency is in lack, if you're not aligned to your highest divine truth, then that also is transmitting to the people that you're working with. And you owe it to them to be in abundance consciousness so that they too can evolve and transform and benefit from that abundance. Now, if you're giving yourself away and you're giving your time away and you're efforting and you're not feeling and you're not receiving the rewards of your work and of your energy, then you're not transmitting the full truth of who you are. And I'm not judging here. This is something I want Lightworkers to become aware of so that you can transform it, because we have to end this lack consciousness. And in order to step in to our full versions, to our full energy, to our full divine containers, to our soul codes, we must integrate, I am worthy, I am worth my value, I receive my worth, and I receive that value. And it begins by the willingness to charge and to receive your value when you work, when you trade your effort, your energy for money. And I'm not saying it has to be dollars, it could be service exchanges, it could be, this could be done lots of different ways, but we use money, so I'm saying money. That's how we exchange energy for the most part. It could be cryptocurrency, it could be, however you prefer to receive energy works in this situation. As long as you are receiving for your energy output, you are then providing the person that you're serving with the opportunity to give to you, to contribute to you, and you then open that portal to also have a mutual exchange. And if you're only giving and not receiving, then it's time to look at, where are you blocked on receiving? Where are you judging yourself for receiving? Where are you blocking love and self-love? Because when you really love yourself, you want to have an abundant, prosperous life. And when you have an abundant, prosperous life, you're able to give generously to other people, to family members, to your community, to the projects and the services that are out there that you value, that you want to contribute to. When you hold wealth, you're able to overflow that into the areas that you desire to grow and put your energy there. And that is a beautiful thing. And I know we know that conceptually, but still I see Lightworkers struggling with receiving, struggling. And if you're somebody who's saying, but people won't pay that for my services, then you're still in lack consciousness. First, you have to value yourself and get into the mindset of, people will absolutely pay for my value, the value that I offer, because I give so much value and what I give is valuable. And therefore, people are excited to pay me for it. Is that a shift for you? Is that hard for you to believe? Because if it is, then there's some work, some shadow work for you to do there to clear the thought forms and the mindset that's in the way, that's separating you from having all that you desire, really, and having your value, receiving your value. Now, I know a lot of spiritual people that say, I don't care about money. Money isn't important to me. Oftentimes, I see those same people struggling to get their bills paid. And guess what? When it comes time to pay the rent check and all of the other things, all the other bills that come up, they go into stress like, oh, this is difficult. And then there's this kind of this backpedaling of, oh gosh, like really got to keep my mindset right. I know, like, I really appreciate everything, but I'm not sure how I'm going to get all my bills and then paid and covered. And then there might be the possibility of going into debt or more debt. And then that's an ongoing cycle. And that's not for the highest good of your soul. Your soul wants you to be abundantly prosperous. And also the universe wants you to be abundantly prosperous if you want that for yourself. The universe will always give you, and when I say the universe, I mean the energy of the divine, the energy around you, the energy of this reality that we're in. It will always support where you're at. And whatever it is that you're putting out, you're going to receive back. So if you are focused on lack, if it's at the end of every month, you're trying to keep your mindset in a good place, you're trying to focus on what you're grateful for, but all you can think of is, oh my gosh, am I going to have enough? When you're at the grocery store, if you're focused on the prices, and yes, prices have gone up. If you're kind of caught up in, oh my gosh, this costs too much, and I don't know if I should buy that, that energy creates a frequency, and that frequency is in your field. And you deserve to have abundance. You deserve to have overflow. And then when you do, you deserve to be able to share that in a way that's going to uplift others and feel good about it. And so the purpose of this transmission, this word transmission that I'm sharing with you today, is to bring awareness to what part of you and what parts of your life are not in harmony with your most abundant expression of your truth, of your purpose, of your highest alignment of being. Where are you still rehearsing lack consciousness in your life? And what are you ready to upgrade? How are you ready to upgrade? And I took this on for the last year, but particularly 6 months ago, I started an inquiry. I put out an inquiry of, okay, I see a lot of light workers, a lot of starseeds, a lot of beautiful people doing beautiful work that are in lack, that aren't able to afford the courses that they want. They're not able to do the business that they want. They're not able to take a vacation or support the purposes and causes that they want to because they don't have the money. And I would get on the phone with people. I'd hear it on Zoom. Over and over and over, this was coming to me. So I knew, all right, this must be part of my purpose to assist them, to support these people, because I used to be there and I got the support I needed. And what happened is something came to me in this inquiry. How do I assist and support the light workers of our world so that we can all raise our frequency together, raise our abundance, and be able to share generously and create a better world together because of it? And I did find a platform that I'm able to invest in and make passive income and have my money work for me. So I no longer have to work for trading dollars for hours, trading hours for dollars, trading my time for money. Now I get to allow my money to support me instead of me working for money. Money's working for me. Much better. And that is the shift from money is difficult to money is easy. It is part of my purpose work now to share and assist others, not by giving you money, but by giving you a platform and an opportunity where you get to learn to grow your wealth for yourself, your family, and then if if you want to, for your friends, for your communities, for the world. It's our time to do this. I truly believe that. So I have many ways that I support people in doing this. You can follow the link in the show notes. You can also jump into my container if you join my email list. I share about this occasionally via email messaging. And then finally, I have Wealth Circle Vision Temple that I support people in growing their wealth in. You'll find out more about that if you follow the link. If you're ready, I would love to support you in growing your wealth. And if it's not with me or through that platform, that's perfectly okay. I want to support all light workers. I want to support everyone who has an important purpose here, who has a mission to make the world a more beautiful place and to have a life of overflowing abundance and generosity. I want to support you with frequency, with mindset, with knowing your self-worth and your self-value, with being able to give yourself the divine self-care and self-love that's necessary and required to expand your container to hold more. This is something that I feel really passionate about, that you are deserving. You deserve to have the life that you came here to live. And I'm grateful that I've had the resources and the people in my life to help uplift me, to help support me through this transformation. And I hope that I get to help you do that as well. I appreciate you joining me today. If this is of value, like this video, subscribe to my channel. I'm wishing you abundant blessings and a beautiful day or night. I love you. I cherish you. Namaste.